Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Xenonauts 2. As today we settle into month 9, with a whole slew of new tech in the works, both in the engineering workshop and in our research lab. With about 3 days left on heavy Gauss, plus full sets of defensive turrets, you know, just in case. For aside from just the new tech, we're also just 1 week out from the final alien escalation, or at least what I'm assuming is the final alien escalation, the activation of U001, which is a bit of an unknown, considering that it wasn't available back in early access, so I'm really just kind of working off guesswork here. Current assumption is either space-based superweapon or a large stabilized portal for heavier invasion waves. But we'll know soon enough. We are in a bit of a vulnerable state right now because we've got a new interceptor in the works. I really should find some funding to get a secondary aircraft workshop set up. Here we go. Heavy Gauss weaponry. The process of scaling up the technology used in our infantry Gauss weapons is complete, Commander. The Gauss cannon and Gauss blaster are now both available for construction in our engineering department. The Gauss cannon is a weapon that can be fitted on our combat vehicles. It operates like an oversized sniper rifle, using superconducting electromagnets to accelerate a high-caliber tungsten penetrator to enormous velocity. Although this projectile will easily tear through even the heaviest battlefield armor and inflict massive damage on anything it hits, the weapon is not necessarily suited to every situation. Note the low rate of fire and the limited ammunition capacity. Neither of these issues much affect the Gauss blaster, which is a large rotary cannon designed for use on interceptor aircraft. It fires the same hypersonic tungsten penetrators as the Gauss cannon, yet still maintains the tremendous rate of fire that characterize older autocannon designs. A barrage of such rounds will have a predictably devastating effect on any known UFO. Not only do they have sufficient kinetic energy to punch through several inches of armor, the sheer velocity of each impact has a shattering effect that leaves the hull plating badly weakened. Finally, the same basic principles could be used to upgrade the enormous turrets that protect our facilities against attacking UFOs. A suitably upscaled version of the Gauss blaster could theoretically engage enemy craft at long enough ranges to destroy them while they are attempting to offload troops. Indeed. Which is why I went ahead and got those defensive batteries set up now, just in case the price hiked once we research the Gauss upgrade. And as far as research goes, obviously we're going to go straight for anti-grav emitters. We want those new dropships. Yeah, as far as these Gauss upgrades go, obviously we want the Gauss blaster. That's a no-brainer. That is our primary armament on most of our interceptors. I've thought about it, and I just really kind of prefer that over the reset time required for missiles. It also just generally feels more viscerally satisfying than the energy lances. Oh, also, I'm sure you already noticed, but we've got more stalker armor in the queue. We did lose that set that Addie was wearing, even though she survived. Oh, that's not bad. We'll go ahead and toss that in the queue, move it up just behind the blaster. And I mean, that's largely just a precautionary measure because, like I said, one of the things I am kind of expecting are bigger, heavier waves once that satellite goes online. There's no guarantee we'll be able to stop the inevitable retaliations. Speaking of which, not a retaliation, but a double interceptor. I was really hoping we'd have Gemini 2 online before the next wave. Yeah, no way. No way 404 can handle that. Honestly, I'm not even sure our current reduced Gemini wing can. mean, we could try it, but that runs the risk of destroying our interceptors, which puts them offline even longer. Though we do just seem to have the one abductor, so I mean, it might at least be worth a shot. Though at this rate, honestly, we might as well just, yeah, we might as well just wait for Gemini 2. Also, we'll go ahead and kill this guy. Long overdue. We could use the points to recruit instead, but I do feel like we need to clear these last few infiltrators. Which does make me worried about that abductor. Come on, Gemini 2. One more day. Anytime now. Okay, well, it's online, but I think the ship's gone? Without actually planting another infiltrator, so I guess I can live with that. Sucks to miss a shoot down, but I mean, aside from maybe 200k, we didn't really get penalized for it. That really does reinforce the idea that we need a secondary aircraft workshop, though, maybe after we bank some more cash. Since obviously we also want to keep at least 1.2 mil free for the new dropship. Which does theoretically give us an extra mil to play with, but I mean, we also need to budget for other new Gauss weaponry or tech unlocks. And here we go. Phase 4. Orbital bombardment. A massive energy buildup is detected within U-001, followed by a bright light that ignites the sky. Reports of a city being wiped from the map flood in. Terrifying images of the devastation quickly fill television screens across the world. Sweet Mother of God. I still don't see the problem. An energy weapon with this level of dispersal is useless against hardened targets. It will have no impact on our military campaign. You don't see the problem? They just flattened a city from orbit. Consider the facts. The upper end of my casualty estimates is 300,000 dead. Mankind lacks many things, but urban areas are not one of them. If the aliens did this every day for the next year, total human losses would still be less than 2% of worldwide population. The numbers are not material, especially given I believe it will take almost 2 weeks for the weapon to recharge. That's not how people think. They don't just... Hold on, rewind a second. What do you mean, recharge? Energy readings from the station are rising again. They'll be back to previous levels in approximately 12 days. I imagine the aliens will fire the weapon again immediately. Oh, God. Commander, this is going to be a huge problem. If we don't find a solution soon, panic will get out of control. We'll be bombed into submission. Fine, I will prepare a research proposal to explore possible countermeasures. Okay, so super weapon it is. Though honestly, the panic spike is much more subdued than I would have expected. It's just maybe plus 10 across the board. At just plus 10 every 2 weeks, I feel like we can afford to at least finish unlocking the dropship first. But, you know, then we'll get into it. Here we go. Antigravity Emitter. We have seen a steady increase in the size and mass of extraterrestrial craft throughout the invasion. with the largest alien vessels now rapidly approaching the size and tonnage of major naval warships. There is nothing inherently unsustainable about this trend. The laws of physics place no upper limit on the size of an alien vessel, provided the increased size and weight of the UFO is accompanied by a similar increase in engine thrust. However, the alien cruisers now visiting our planet seem to disregard this rule. Larger and more heavily armored than abductor UFOs, they can somehow move significantly faster despite being fitted with a smaller thruster array. Indeed, my calculations suggest even remaining airborne should be a struggle. One of the devices recovered from the crashed cruiser provides an explanation. For the sake of simplicity, I shall refer to it as an anti-gravity emitter, although in truth it is actually a graviton generator that merely counterbalances the effects of gravity. In practical terms, this machine serves to reduce the effective weight of the UFOs to a fraction of the true value. It does so by creating a gravity well a few meters above the UFO, exerting an upward pull on the vessel and everything within. This vastly increases the efficiency of the thrusters, while consuming enormous amounts of power and filling significant amounts of interior space. This trade-off only becomes mathematically worthwhile once a UFO reaches a certain size and weight, with the cruiser being the first to exceed this threshold. However, I believe it would be a mistake to concentrate purely on efficiency. The capabilities of this device are unique, and I see many potential uses for a version that has been suitably miniaturized, even if it consumes significant amounts of power. Indeed. Oh, okay. Immediate additional supplemental unlock. Ares support platform. I have already been able to put our newfound understanding of anti-gravity technology to good use, Commander. An upgraded version of the Mars combat platform is now available for construction in our workshop. The Ares support platform combines the turret and the hull of the Mars with updated electronics and an integrated anti-gravity unit. This permits the vehicle to cover the battlefield more quickly and move as if it were equipped with a jetpack. Counterintuitively, the Ares is also rather better protected than the Mars. The delicate anti-grav emitters have no moving parts, so they can be encased in thicker armor than is possible to apply to Caterpillar tracks. Furthermore, the improved electronics also reflect advances in target detection and gyroscopic stabilization made since the start of the war. The networked thruster arrays are now capable of keeping the Ares perfectly steady even when firing powerful weapons, making it noticeably more accurate than its predecessor. We have also been careful to ensure none of the existing strengths of the Mars have been lost in the transition. The vehicle still possesses headlights and sufficient bulk to demolish terrain by crashing straight through it. Nice. Hopefully an automatic upgrade to our already existing unit. But, I mean, we'll build a whole new one if we have to. And straight into the X4. Oof, 9.5 days, so yeah, they're definitely getting another shot off before we can get that plot project done. Though, I mean, even if we did do the plot project, we'd still be cutting it pretty close. So I think we'll take the extra manpower. Which does, again, have me thinking about getting a secondary aircraft workshop set up. We could theoretically afford it right now. It would just leave us with basically no cash for other stuff, at least until the next wave. Also, we have our reshuffle on ops. Let me see here. Couple of discounted engineers. Definite potential there. Okay, yeah, a plan is starting to formulate. Let's go ahead and push for the next wave. Once we bring in more funding, I think I'll be able to do things a bit more comfortably. Current thought is to expand 404, which would be 2 workshops, living quarters, storage bay, extra hangar. Plus probably another power generator. That's like 2 mil and change. Plus 2-week turnaround time on construction. Plus the hiring costs for the new engineers. So if we can get up to like 3.5, maybe 4 mil, I'd feel pretty good. Oh, and here's our next wave. Defender plus 2 fighters. That's a relatively easy shoot down. Not sure 404 wing can handle that, so we'll hold off for a moment. That's an easy shoot down for Gemini. Oh yeah, easy. In fact, I already see that other wing coming at us, so let's go ahead and... Cruiser coming in with a terror sight. Where is that? Out towards Panama. Angled straight towards Europe, so I think we can wait on that one. We'll catch it once it's closer. Another interceptor wing. Let's go ahead and knock these guys down, then we'll immediately rebound into the cruiser. Nice, yep, easy shoot down. Oh. And a retaliation. Okay, that takes priority over the terror sight, but hopefully we'll have time for both. Retaliation blocked. And yeah, straight into the other. Also have that other interceptor wing to deal with. Oh, and the elite scientist is available. Oh, at 175. For some reason I was thinking it was 140. Shoot. Okay, well hold on. In that case, we pretty much have to go with this guy because it'll reshuffle before we can afford the others. Yeah, we need 70. But it'll reshuffle in 4 days, which would only give us 44. Yeah, we'll take the one in Asia. That puts us within 1 of unlocking that region bonus. And it is still an immediate discount on production time. Oh. Oh, because they landed. Right. Right. Okay. Terror mission on the map. Which, you know what? I think actually works out better for us, because I think we would make more money from going in and clearing a terror site than we would from just shooting them down and collecting the bounty. Huh. Yeah, I guess, honestly, as backwards as it seems, it might be better to just let those guys land. Anyway, one sec, let me prep a team. And we're back. Team set. As usual, a blend of veterans and some of our newer recruits, though definitely not as heavy as we went last time, since obviously we want to be able to recover slightly more gracefully when something goes wrong. And I have slightly retooled our loadouts, both because this is a Terra mission, which means shields are of questionable use, but also because we now find ourselves sitting on a stack of 4 spare precision lasers, so that does seem a step up from our standard magnetic rifles, which honestly I'll probably just go ahead and sell. They had a good run. That said, obviously we're waiting, we're not going to go in at night. We still have to deal with those guys. As we saw with the last Terra mission... One sec, let me just swap these guys down. There we go, come on back. And that, I think, is it for this wave. But yeah, as we saw with the last Terra mission, the type of ship doesn't necessarily dictate what we'll actually encounter once we go in. So we actually have no idea what we're up against here. Hence why I've kind of tried to cover our bases with a slightly broader loadout. Though I did notably keep Arrow in for the moment, because yes, I didn't realize it when I was clicking on the project, because I was slightly distracted, trying to figure out our potential air workshop. But yeah, the Ares is a completely separate unit, which means that it doesn't upgrade our existing ones. Arrow's still stuck in the now slightly outdated Mars platform, which is a shame. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Obviously, he doesn't grow like a normal soldier does, but it does track his stats, so I feel kind of bad just retiring him. Silly, I suppose. I mean, I suppose I really should just swap them out, but, we'll take him out one last time. Who knows, maybe he'll explode. And if he doesn't, I guess he'll gracefully retire to a farm upstate. One of those bot farms I keep hearing about. And we've got Reapers, right, which means we also have Mantids and Sebs. Okay, honestly, probably the easiest of the three. As long as we can keep them at arm's length, which means, first things first, we need to clear the immediate threats. And then secure a perimeter, make sure there's none hiding within sprinting range. Building off right is the biggest question mark. Nice. Reaper 1, out. So, Reaper 2, Reaper 3. Seb. Looks like a big one, too. That might be our first full-on Seb brute. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. We'll call this Reaper 2. Should be easy with a full burst. Let's just make sure we have the points. No, that's too far. Yep, that works. Yeah, that'll do it. Trip on approach. Let's go ahead and scout the opening. Okay, we've got Mantids. Hi. Ooh. Okay. Gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised you're still using those. But I'm certainly not going to complain about the extra cash. Let's go ahead and open her up. Right. Honestly, our weapons are so powerful now, I'm not even sure we can keep those things intact. I mean, there's a couple of ways. We'll play it by ear. They're only like 5k each. Not really worth risking our lives over. Seb's too far out to reasonably engage, but let's go ahead and clear Reaper 3. That's the next most immediate threat. Okay, good start. Just hold. Bloody. Nice. First round of Reapers out. Now we can focus down the Mantid. Should be a quick tap. Oh, okay, we've actually got another symbiote. Interesting. Okay, so that's the upgrade. They don't shoot stronger symbiotes at you, they shoot 2 at once. Huh. Alright, okay, that's fun. Go ahead and clear you. Honestly, now I realize I should have just stun bombed. Probably could have capped them both. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame, but it's fine. Alright, now let's get some smoke up. Give ourselves some cover from the inevitable return fire. And hold. Seb in the storeroom. Sir, you might not want to wander away from the... Never mind. Okay. Okay, good, good. Ooh. Well. That's probably for the best. Ooh, shoot. Okay, okay. You know, not great, but not terrible. We can work with that. We've got 1 Seb off right, 2 off left. Also this guy. Mantid dead ahead. Reaper in the restaurant across the way, plus now a new zombie. Let's start pushing him back. We'll start with the Sebs. Yeah, I know. Oh, that I did not know. Though again, far enough out that I'm not too worried about it. Not yet, anyway. Though it would have been nice if that scatter shot had taken out cover. That's nowhere near enough firepower to take down even one of those guys, let alone both. Might just block him down while we take out softer targets. But we will soften. See if we can take out at least one. Nice. Okay, good. Wasn't super confident on that one. Tuck in, just keep eyes on the road. Especially that restaurant across the way. And let's go ahead and clear you. Target misted. Hang tight, Trip, we'll get you patched. Let me just clear this guy. Nice tag. Follow up. Hey, there we go. And back on the Sebs, since they're obviously the next biggest threat. Can we put this into the side of the building here? That would be nice, though I also don't necessarily want to needlessly sacrifice Arrow. Hold for a sec, I'll just, I'll go ahead and lock this guy down. Then we'll re-smoke. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we've got a definite Reaper wave coming in. All the more reason to lock these guys down and worry about them after. Gotta make sure we keep someone banked for a smoke. Giannis smokes. Perfect. Which keeps one Gauss rifle freed up on the store for when that Seb inevitably pokes his head back out. And, yeah, we'll pot shot the restaurant. We've got enough targets clustered up over there, I think. I think it's worth it. Fingers crossed. There's like 5 potential targets we could hit. And we got 0. Alright, fair enough. At the very least, we gave them an opening that they'll funnel through. Hunker down. I suppose we should also smoke off that storage bay. Encourage him to rush rather than hang back and spray. Trip, why don't you pull back? We'll get you patched before we send you back in. Too many unknowns out there. Not worth the risk. More civs. Though not for long. With the rest headed our way. As expected. At least 3 en route, plus 3 sebs. Plus 1 seb off right. No, 4 sebs. We have the one inside as well. Okay, interesting. Guess... Oh, never mind. I was about to say I guess they haven't reached the civilian out back yet, but I'm going to say that probably did the trick. Speaking of which... And we're up. All right, Reaper's got to go first, but we'll also try to keep the Sebs locked. That's one. I would also like to lock two, but Reapers have to take priority. Fire in the hole. Nice. Double whammy, though also a start reminder, I think, that we should probably not loiter next to this pickup. Shoot. Giannis? Okay, that's one, but we still have three within immediate striking range. Also need to make sure we keep someone free to re-smoke. Arrow. Go ahead and pop these two. Cool, that's fine, that's great. We'll worry about that later. Fall back. Rabovsky. Nice. Okay, let's knock out the zombie. Lovely. Which leaves the one in back. We still need to deal with that. Trip, you know, you might have to hold off on getting patched for a moment. Let's instead... Actually, drama. You know what? This is probably fine. Yeah. Hold where you are. You two stay on the grocery store. Trip, I'm going to need you watching our flank. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Though we still have the other Seb. And now this guy, mounted on approach. Lovely. Ooh, double lovely. With the Seb having second thoughts about sprinting out into the aisles. Lightning on arrow plus likely symbiote. Oh, shit. Okay. Note to self, the big guys are packing plasma grenades, as opposed to just poison. But, all things considered, not too bad. Clone. Patch up. Which still leaves you enough to fire, though you're not in a great position for it. Gotta make sure we clear that Reaper on the sedan. Handlock the Sebs. Also, Get you off the board. Squeesh. We also have more Reapers incoming, but as we saw, if they're behind the wall, as far back as being actually in the park, they're not within immediate striking range. Drakiith repositions, puts 3 into the car. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'd kind of like to not blow it up because that'll take out the corpse too, but dropping the Reaper is more important. Yeah, and that's not going to do it. Nice try, though. Drakiith. Oh. Okay. Hey, perfect. Nicely done. With a bonus kill to boot. Nice shot, Robovsky. Let's make sure we keep these two locked. Though we'll also whittle where we can. Cover cleared. Furby on approach. Might be too risky, even with smoke. No, I just can't take that chance. Just lock him. That at least ensures he won't full burst. Lock the other. And fall back. Burp. Actually, arrow. We saw the Mantid tuck in right near the front door. Like, here? And there he is. Hug cover. And take him out. I don't know if we actually have anyone left who can do that. Takes care of that one at least. Yeah, alright, just missed him. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Trip, why don't you smoke? Yeah, way too far for stun, so. Smoke out. And hold. Nice. Also, free money. We'll take it. Big guys on the run. Certainly not complaining about that. And let's keep piling it on. That's fine. That's fine. Minimal damage, but it did take off a big chunk of armor. Clone up next. More armor peeled. Shotgun rush is too risky. These guys are tanks. Right. That's fine, just needed an angle. You know what? I'll take that too. That works. Fall back. Suppressing fire. Yes, lovely. Doug stays focused off right. Grabowski repositions. Burp. Reloads. Furby locks. Yeah, hang there. We'll get you smoked off. Think we're pretty good over there? And we do still have Trip, but right, I still need to patch him. Yeah, just hang tight, bud. You're fine, can't rush anyway. I mean, we could. It's just a terrible idea. I like that he keeps having second thoughts. I mean, I can't really blame him, but it is very funny. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about you. Alright, I feel like we're in pretty good shape now. Let's clear the sebs. Nice tag. Move up. Nice tag, but target is still standing. Grabowski. Oh. Come on, man. Furby, could you please pop this guy? Nice. That will do. Hang tight. We'll keep you covered. Burp. Belts went out. Okay, we'll take that. Target locked. This time, we will remember to patch Trip. And, you. Yes, let's also knock you out. Squeesh. Target out. Which leaves, I think, 2 sebs off left, 1 off right. No, 3 off left. There were 2 inside, one of which has come back out, so it's the big guy plus 2 more. Though they're all far enough back that I'm not hugely concerned. So, really, honestly, we've got the range advantage on them now. We can just kind of set up and overwatch on approach. Though at some point we will have to push. We've almost certainly got Reapers in corners. Trip, let's get you back off right. Reaper on approach. Seb as well, completely whiffed. Big guy still running. Critter's past its half-life. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Let's knock this guy out. Armor stripped. Target locked. And Furby, do you think? No, way too risky. Hold off. We'll get the snipers on that. Nice tag. There we go. Clear the Reaper. Nice try. Dramicus, you think you got that? Ooh, close, but not quite. Bloody? Maybe don't put it straight through arrow? Yeah, that's fair. Pretty sure it's outside striking range anyway. Let's bring Trip up top. We'll have him start circling wide to roust this guy. With Douglas. With Douglas providing cover. Yeah, we'll slide him out just a bit. Should give him a good angle. Hold. Oh no, where did it go? Oh, you jerk. Welcome back. And something else going on out there. One more Seb we're not seeing. We'll add it to the list. Come on, buddy. Fall down already. Hey, there you go. And he's just dead. Which, you know what? I'm fine with. Clear the Reaper. Oh, and the one up top, I guess. Another one of these poor guys stranded on a rooftop. They really should program those guys to jump down. I mean, not that I really want them to, but still. Reaper's out. Though I'm sure that's not the last. Let's go ahead and clear this guy. Oh, not cool, man. I know you just got hit, but you gotta keep it frosty. Trip? Not really sure. I mean, we could do that, but you'd only get off one shot, which almost certainly would not be enough to get it done. Burp. Can you take out a wall? Bit of a tall ask, I suppose. That's... Oh, actually, that's perfect. Yeah, let's do that. And trip him up. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, definitely got to get those shotties upgraded. Alright, that's probably fine. I mean, he is out of its line of sight, so in theory, he should be fine. Oh. Manted. Okay. Squeech. Target softened. Robovsky. Thank you. And you. Please die. Alright, target out. Though I realize now in retrospect he almost certainly still had points banked, so that was actually a pretty risky move. I should have led with Doug. Also, I do now recall that civilians are apparently resistant to energy. Which does explain a lot of what we're seeing here, why they're extra tanky, like even more tanky than usual. Because I literally just swapped out a bunch of our loadout with weapons they're specifically resistant to. Though, I mean, I've got to say, still feels like a net positive, the extra accuracy and range. Certainly seem to trivialize the Reapers. At least on an outdoor terror map. But, obviously, that's something I suppose we'd want to really seriously think about before taking it into something like an alien base. Reaper's outside striking range, so we'll just focus on branching out for now. Start scouting for other threats. Reaper on approach. Come on, guys. All right. Let's try that again. Nice tag. And that'll do it. Reaper out. Though we do still have a set back there somewhere. We'll start scouting that out. Might actually be in the bathroom. Slightly awkward, but I suppose common courtesy is the first casualty of war. Target pinged, but pretty far out. Hold here. Yeah, that's slightly awkward. Just hang tight. We'll get some more guys over there. In fact, if Burp can take the roof out from under him, that would buy us some time. Oh, well, you know what? Scratch that. Slight shift in priorities. We might have a problem here. Turns out we've got another one tucked just inside. Trip's way too far away to engage, but how's that arm? Nice. Target definitely stunned. Though, yes, this just got a whole lot more awkward. Alright, okay, first things first, let's open up that wall. There you are. Could go full burst, but that one last wall is still in the way. Burp, could you do some very careful trimming? That will do. Thank you very much. And Drakiith, bursting onto the scene. This better get it done. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Alright, well, I would like to keep some folks freed up for the other guy, but I guess at this point it's either peel someone off or no more drama. Odds aren't great, but not seeing a lot of other options here. Alright, well, at least you didn't hit Drakiith. Rob, don't suppose you could smoke? No, too far. Alright, well, why don't you just hold here? RobbyB scouts ahead. Oh, okay. We've got a Seb. Praying at the altar of his prehistoric ancestors, I say. I don't know if that's the one we saw in the restaurant, though. That might be another one. So we might still have one in the restaurant as well. We will converge. Okay, you know what? That answers that, and that is actually very, very unfortunate placement. Hold, please. Doug, go ahead and maybe actually drop down. Go ahead and please take this guy out. We're gonna get a bit tricksy here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Bloody. Lock this guy down. I mean, that won't stop him from firing, but it will prevent a full burst. Target locked. RobbyB, why don't you start angling over this away? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, that was gonna be bad. Okay. You know what? That works. How about you? Oh no, I've been vaporized. Wow, okay, you know what? That actually worked out way better than it had any right to. Let's wrap this up before we're completely out of luck. I mean, tank's gotta be running near empty by now. Oh, solid. I think Trip's got the big guy. Nice tag. Arrow. I don't think you're gonna get it done, but... Actually, you know what? Just take out the walls. That'll make for an easier trip. Oh, right. Sorry. I did not think that would take out the roof. But on the bright side, we also now know that, apparently, the jetpacks make you immune to fall damage. Good to know. Nice. But we're not done just yet. We've still got at least 3 active threats. Let's go ahead and clear this guy. Okay, that's a good start. Giannis. Nice, nice, and let's go ahead and smoke this guy off, I think. He's already locked, so that'll keep him contained. Oh, shoot. Unless the lower level smoke doesn't penalize his shots. But I guess we'll see. Clone Trooper. Don't suppose you can finish this one off. You know what? Just lock him down. And Drabovsky. Just go ahead and push up. Had a bit of a scare there, but once again, I think we've got things pretty well contained. Nice. Oh, wow. Target smoked. Slightly more defiance from this guy, but that's fine. Go ahead and take him out. And then hopefully we should just have 2 left. The Reaper Alpha plus the Seb having a gas. Sheesh, finally. Yeah, laser is not a great choice against Super Sebs. I will definitely have to keep that in mind. Now, the Reaper, who very politely moved closer, so we have a much easier time taking him out. Knock out that wall. Thank you. Trip. Target out, lovely, and clear the next room. Oh, that wasn't the Reaper Alpha. That was a different guy. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Reaper Alpha still parked out back. Well outside striking range, so nothing to worry about there. So yeah, unless there's others we're not seeing, I think we're just about done. We've just got to stay on top. Nice tag. Target on approach. Trip, why don't you not walk through that conspicuously open doorway? Yeah, that feels like it was the right call. Target out. Which just leaves the Lot Lizard, at least as far as we know. Though we'll maybe take a slightly more cautious approach this time around. Definite close call with that second Seb leader. There you are. Alright, Trip, just hang back. And let the snipers do the rest. Nice. And I think we're done. Target softened. And target out. Sadly, no cap on that one, but I think we'll live. Wow. Some exciting moments here and there, but I feel like we really kind of dominated most of the way through. But we did have some important takeaways. We saw our first Seb Brutes and our first Reaper Alphas. We remembered that Sebs are resistant to energy weapons, very important. And we learned that the jetpacks make you immune to fall damage. All good things to know. Plus, of course, the usual gains, as well as a bevy of new medals. And some new alien biocannons, which I imagine don't actually unlock anything. I'm guessing that's just more sales fodder. Gold star for Drakiith. Well earned. Nicely done, bud. Crux Solaris for Giannis. Also well deserved. Distinguished Service Medal for Clone. That makes him our second Distinguished Veteran. Also a Crimson Heart. Wow, really would have figured a Shieldman would have that by now. But, enjoy it, buddy. I guess you also earned that. And Crux Solaris for Robovsky. Not to mention a major promotion for him, Douglas, and Trip. Come on back. Let's see how much that actually gets us. I mean, obviously not as much as a full-on cruiser, but... Oh, wow. Still way more than I would have thought. 650 puts us up at about 2.6. That might be enough to get our second workshop up and running. Especially given that we've still got like 9 days left on that research project to actually unlock the dropship. Though getting the workshop up and running is 15 days, so we'd have a 6-day gap. Though, I mean, again, that also reinforces the idea that we really should get it going sooner rather than later. And yeah, I guess I should really get the Ares tagged in. That's fine, we'll just say we transferred Arrow's core. That's it. This does feel like a good place to call it, I think. We will hit the pause button for now. I'll figure all that stuff out, and we will pick up here next time. As the enemy may have the high ground for now, but we'll find a way to get the drop on him. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Erie V23, Revenant, Alois, Arrow Bowman, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG. or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.